There's a train a-coming, it's rolling around the bend, and I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when. I'm stuck in Folsom Prison, and time keeps dragging on.
Hello, people of Red Spotlight Entertainment. I forgot how to do these things. This is After Dark for James Gunn's The Suicide Squad. We'll start with the regular bullshit. We'll start off with what... I'm sorry, there was a bug in front of me. I don't like bugs. Sorry.
I can tell.
Good lord.
It's a way to come back. Sorry. It's been a pandemic since the last time we were here. Sorry.
Yeah.
It was a bug. I don't like bugs. But you should know that.
What was the last After Dark? Cats? Wow, what a way to go.
That's a great way. We should have stopped after that. That would have been a perfect way to leave things.
Okay. We'll go around the table. The car. On what we thought of it, and then we'll take it from there. Alexis, you start off with what you think about the movie.
It was hilarious. It was gory. It was ingenious. It was what a Suicide Squad movie should be. This is the movie we should have gotten 5 years ago. The first movie, if there's an After Dark on the first movie, that was an interesting review that all of us were there. And we had a lot of thoughts of that movie, but ultimately it was not great. This is kind of what you want a Suicide Squad movie to be. It's that hard R rating.
And more.
Great performances, great direction. You'd be hard-pressed to find flaws unless you have a hard time seeing certain things that happen in the movie. It's great. I think this is probably the best DC movie, DCEU-related movie, easily, maybe. I'm not sure yet, but I'm just like thinking off the top. This is great.
Peter.
We just saw it. That's kind of the whole point of this thing. But I don't know. I want James Gunn to make every movie. I want to see his version of Cats. I guarantee you he would have left the buttholes in.
He definitely would have.
Yeah.
That would have been a solid R.
Yep. I don't know. I just love his movie. I thought this was great. And I can't... Just watching it, it's like, how did a movie this expensive and made this kind of movie be made? I don't know. It was crazy, and I loved it. I really did. I think it's definitely the best DCU movie. The only one under it for me is like Shazam, and I really like Shazam. But this, I don't know. But also, I just came out seeing it,
Yeah,
but
you're in the honeymoon phase of seeing this movie.
But no, I think it's great. That was fantastic.
Yeah. I loved it. It honestly, like, from front to back, it was amazing. I love the cast. The cast is well-rounded. Sometimes lack thereof. Knowing the nature of the team. But honestly, like, this, yeah. DC, yeah, I want, like, same thing that you said. I want James Gunn to do every movie. James Gunn really fucking nailed it on the head, and I'm absolutely
He understood the assignment.
He understood the assignment and probably added a few extra things for extra credit as well. And that's how I feel about this movie, and it really did it well, and this movie is just really well made, and yeah, one of my best favorites of the year.
Okay,
so far.
Spoilers then? Get into these moments? It's pretty unanimous. It's pretty easy to call. It's like it's great. Yeah.
The immaculate choice to start off your film with Folsom Prison Blues by Johnny Cash.
Alexis, how did you feel about the
I there's so many things that happen as far as like these characters. I'm not sure where to start. Maybe the proper place, at least where my mind went, is that this is actually a Suicide Squad film, and it actually earns a title, as in so many of this large ensemble dies.
Like right off the bat.
Well, not just off the bat, but by the end, most of them are dead, and they're fucking dead. And it's like, I'm glad it got the R rating. I'm glad Gunn is doing it, but like this basically kind of off the bat corrects an issue with the first film, and that is, what, only one of them died in the first one? Or how many, who died in the first movie?
2. I think you had
El Diablo?
El Diablo, and then you had the man that can climb anything.
Slipknot?
Slipknot. He's the man who can climb anything.
Right, and then he dies instantly.
He just dies.
But like even people like you don't like necessarily expect to die in this one.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's kind of, it's surprising. It keeps you on your toes.
Yeah. Like
Kinda.
There's some twists in here that the whole thing with John Cena I wasn't seeing coming.
yeah.
What I love so much about it is that it felt like a movie, and it didn't feel like a It is a product, obviously, right? All movies are technically products.
But it was his
I don't
own
want to
thing.
feel like it's a product. I want it to feel like it's a piece of art.
Mm-hmm.
And this, like, it's a film. Like, it's
Yeah.
a story someone really wanted to tell. Not, it's number 365 in our scheduled release slate.
Yeah.
Right.
Here
It wasn't a
is.
mandate.
Yeah.
It felt like somebody with actual passion was behind it. Well, we don't know what, the air cut is, but I guarantee you it's nowhere near like how cohesive this is as an artistic piece is. And like I said, like the writing is phenomenal. Like I like the fact that we're not jumping from place to place. We're all in just one fucking location throughout the whole entire thing.
Well, you technically jump back to Waller.
Okay, but like back to control room, back to
Mission.
back to mission. It wasn't this jumbled mess, and all that stuff that you would usually find in a movie like of this caliber.
Well, there's a lot more like spinning plates, so to speak, than I thought there would be.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's this is spoilers, right?
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
already
Yeah.
there.
Okay. So like you have the two teams, then some of them get separated, some of them get rescued, and it's constantly this back and forth, right? With a
Yeah.
lot of the characters, and I feel like that can get very easily messy.
Yeah.
And we've seen it.
Especially-
We've seen it
we've
previously,
seen it.
yeah.
But especially with a shit ton of characters that like are you don't know about them. I don't know about them. Like I've known of King Shark, but every time I've seen an iteration of King Shark, it's an entirely new iteration. Oh shit.
It's after dark.
Ah.
Yeah, there we lost our lighting. Yeah. Well.
That's all right.
Um,
We have the cars.
But yeah, like every member, even the ones that die rather quickly, I have a feeling for them as like a character.
That's true.
And that's really hard. Like I could easily compare it to other films and like show like this is a negative way of doing it and this is a good way.
Mhm.
But I feel that's so unfair because it's hard. Like it's not this easy thing where it's like just do it. No, like it's really hard to balance that many characters and that many moving scenarios, but it's done like masterfully here.
And they like it teeters the balance constantly of like, oh wait, is it gonna suck in this one? But then it completely like subverts expectations of like what's gonna
It's a
happen.
dirty word. Don't say that word.
Yeah. But like for example, like mainstay Michael Rooker, I was expecting him to stay a little bit longer,
Oh,
but
I
it
wasn't.
but it was just funny how like mainstay Michael Rooker goes out like that, and a lot of the cast goes off in the first 10 minutes of the movie.
Well, it's like with the hard R and what I was saying before the pre-spoiler situation. It's not like, I mean, there's a lot of blood. There's a lot of splattering. There's a lot of gore. Did any of that like surprise you?
Not
I don't think any of us
really.
minded it, obviously, but it's like
I love the violence.
That's the thing.
I think it's great.
I'm not. I'm thinking most people walking into this movie are not going to
I
expect
don't think they.
that.
No, even with an R rating,
Right.
because the only other R-rated comic book film is like Deadpool, but
Whoa,
not even Deadpool.
no.
goes
Was that level
this
of
hard.
glut?
And that's
Yeah.
saying something. There's some things in Daredevil that are pretty, graphic, but like it doesn't touch this whatsoever.
No, not even slightly.
So if you don't like that kind of graphic violence, just be forewarned about that.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know. Did it? I don't think it got excessive in some parts.
It did. I loved it.
No, I mean, excessive to the point where it was turning me off. I don't think it got there.
I think what makes it like bearable, I think, is that it was so
funny.
that I think it was
serves
funny
a purpose.
and it was stylistic violence.
That and can we focus on that word real quick, because like I don't remember maybe it must have been sometime in 2019 when we're all doing this on a regular basis, but a lot of the recent comic book movies, whether it be like that we've seen like Far From Home or Black Widow or even Wonder Woman 1984, a lot of them just feel a lot of the same. And like, watching this movie kind of reminds you of like, well, I was going to say the Snyder Cut, but that is an artistic vision. It just wasn't good. Here's the difference. Is that this is the difference. We have a movie, a comic book movie, and you can see what an actual director with stylistic choices and identity onto his own can do for the film.
That's what I kind of meant when I said it felt like I'm watching a movie.
Yes.
It's not this, because sometimes like, oh God, I really don't want to disparage, but like Black Widow.
Disparage it, please. I mean, that was a film that was sold on like, oh, here's this director and she's going to do these interesting... there was nothing interesting about it. It was a Marvel movie. There was no style. They even... if you notice, and all the Marvel movies are doing this, they copied that big font in the middle of the screen. Like, oh, this is the location, like Cleveland. And... that other directors use that in their films in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and they're just spreading it around. Look at Captain Marvel.
That goes back to like what something like Peter said, like something like Black Widow feels like movie number 323 that they have on their slot, versus this is actually treated like intellectually.
I wasn't thinking about like, how does this connect to the next 50 films. It's like, oh shit, this is an awesome movie, and I'm very much here with the film right now, not thinking about like other things, the larger franchise TM.
The only one that I knew was gonna go out of the movie unscathed was Margot Robbie, just of how frickin'...
Oh, you
I
can't...
actually was unsure. I was like,
oh, you can't kill her. Oh, I knew it wasn't going to be her because we follow somebody. If she had died, she would have been bitching about it all week long.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you think, because she's a big Harley Quinn fan. The thing is, there's actually great characters in this as well. Like, I really loved Harley Quinn. I think she was used really well here.
I love her here.
Idris Elba. And then also, I don't know who the actor was, but I really enjoyed Ratcatcher 2.
Oh, she was great.
In many ways, she was kind of the heart in the movie. Rick Flag was great here.
Cool.
He was one of the few bits I liked in the first movie, as well as Margot Robbie.
I really
and the carryover was well.
I really like Joel Kinnaman. I think he's cool.
Yeah, he's great.
I think he makes it work.
Right. I don't know. A lot of people felt like, Captain Boomerang was like one of the saving graces of the first film, and I love how they just fucking killed him off like nothing.
I liked him. I felt kind of bad about it.
I did. I was just like, oh well, okay, bye, Jai Courtney.
We're cleaning this, the slate.
The slate clean, yeah.
I think they had to kill one of the good members from the first film, just to make people feel like all bets are off.
Right.
Yeah.
So it was gonna be.
So it was a tactical decision as well. Oh, Weasel lives.
Great dynamic. Great dynamic between all the actors. They're having so much fun. It translates, seamlessly to the characters. John Cena, I thought he did a great job. If the intent was for me to like him, I don't know. By the end, I felt like he's very much
what's it called? That new Captain America.
Oh,
yeah.
Yes, we know who you're talking about. The Winter Soldier. Yeah,
Captain
Wyatt Russell's character.
And
yeah.
Not Winter Soldier.
The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I'm talking.
Yeah,
that's what I meant.
To clarify.
Yeah, he's very much like, I guess, DC's version, and you can tell that he's like, I'm all about peace, no matter who I need to kill to get it. It's like,
America and all that stuff.
Yeah, it's very clear what that's trying to be.
Women, children, and all that stuff.
I think I really liked him. I think he's a slightly better actor than more people give him credit for.
I happen to agree with that. I'm not sure how much battle we have left, but I
think like I think like going back to a movie like Bumblebee, like I was like, oh, you can actually act, Mr. Cena.
Oh.
So like I don't know. This movie was like it was everything that I wanted and more. And I just wanted good James Gunn fun, and trademark that. And that's what I got, plus some more, you know. And I absolutely adored this. I want him to do more DC films, you know, because DC actually let him do what he wanted, you know. And I like that, you know. Oh, one of the best Harley Quinn the best Harley Quinn
That was
sequence.
a great fucking sequence.
And-
honestly.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't. The only thing I really have, James Gunn make all the movies, all of them.
The songs are great. I love, you know, and contrasting the music from the first film, it's like when the first film was like a jukebox of all the hits we all know. I love how Gunn always picks songs that are not nearly as well known and not nearly as used in films like these.
Plus, I never feel like I'm being blasted someone's radio, like someone's
Right.
playlist.
On the side.
And you know, Gunn, all the songs serve a purpose to what's going on in the scene.
they all
Unlike
work.
in the first film where it was just like, here's a popular song, we're losing the mojo here. Make you feel excited again. We'll have a review obviously on the channel, but maybe we'll think of some flaws. I can't think of anything right now. I mean, it's a home run as you could
I
possibly
love it.
imagine.
I really do.
Yeah,
Right now we're in the honeymoon phase of seeing a movie.
which is an Afterdark.
Come back next time and be like, it was shit.
absolute garbage.
Which I feel we might have done before.
I'm sure we have.
As the
I'm
movie
sure.
has aged, you guys are like, oh well,
Look up the Afterdarks for movies like The Force Awakens and see how
Oof.
our thoughts are from there, you know.
Yeah, we were for sure like
Or Rogue One, or, you know, any of them.
We were one of those that rooted for Rey to be Luke Skywalker's daughter.
The point of this is like to get our initial, like, you know, the
Thoughts.
magic of walking out of the movie, right?
Yeah.
And this is how we feel. I thought, like,
This is us glowing. Yeah. I'm content. I'm content as a cucumber. Watching that movie. Yeah. Boys.
yeah, that's it.
All right. Check out his shit on Red Spot Entertainment. Check out my shit on the Fantasy Fair. Check out his shit wherever he
Hit me up on Etsy.
is. Yep. And yeah, without further ado, I'm Kyle Lira. Bye.